What a just beautiful track. And just unbelievable. It's kind of a mix of electronic and progressive. It's so good, man. It's so good. Tim, welcome to the pool party, I should say.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Man, what an awesome track, dude. It's so good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Let me ask you something here. Would you like a drink?
I would love a drink right now.
Because I think there is actually a robot bartender driving around here somewhere, believe it or not.
I only drink drinks that is made by robot bartenders. So we're in luck. That's quite a lucky coincidence.
Good, because I'm not sure. The pool party's happening here. People are jumping in.
I can hear it. It's going down.
It really is going down. Hold on, let me see if I can. I think I see one actually driving by. Let me just see if I can flag it down. Now this is a Zonic Industries, invention, some kind of future artificial life here going on. So I can't.
We're in the future.
I can't take any responsibility for what occurs here. It's coming over right now. And yes, it has arrived. And
hello, my name is James. I am a T5000 robotic bartender. I am capable of making over 10,000 drinks and cocktails for your pleasure. I also am fluent in over 100 languages. How can I serve you today?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with just I'll take a wild cherry Pepsi. How about yourself? What are you thinking?
You know what? I'm gonna go straight to a sweet drink that I love. I'm gonna have an amaretto sour because I'm not that much of a man that I'm too scared to order a very gully drink like that.
Okay. I'm gonna order something with get a little crazy later, but let's just see here.
Very well, coming right up.
Okay, I think he's making us a drink.
He's making a modem drink. Sounds like it.
Okay. I hope you preferred shaken. Because, wow.
Something's happening.
Yes, indeed. I hear the fizz. All right, well, what a pour. What a perfect pour. And
your drink, sir. May I serve you in any other fashion, sir?
Oh, I think I'm okay. Thank you, though. Wow. That was quite the experience, would you say?
That is, I'm still waiting for my drink, but I mean, I don't know. I hope you're satisfied.
Oh, he set it down right there. See, he said it.
Okay, here it is.
He set it on the other side of you there.
Oh, I got it. It's nice and chilled. I like it.
Exactly.
The robot has class.
He does. He gets down to it. But yeah, man. So thank you so much for joining me. And
man, my pleasure.
I've really kind of just discovered your music this week. A bunch of your tracks have caught my ear, I should say. But tell me about the Midnight. I mean, what type of music do you guys make? I mean, how'd you guys get started and whatnot?
So, it's a kind of a roundabout story. So I'm Tim, and I'm from Denmark originally. I grew up in Denmark, and I have an English dad, and I spent some time in London, so that's why my accent is all kind of messed up. But I live in Los Angeles now, and so I'm a producer and a writer, and I met Tyler Lyle about 3 years ago, actually. And we had a session. Just our publishers set it up just as a session to kind of write for other artists. So it was just a random session because we both work in the pop music industry. We've written and produced for other artists, and so we got together and we just instantly had a connection, and we kind of were very relaxed in each other's company. And you know, the first song that we wrote was actually the one you just played, "We Move Forward." You played the instrumental version, but we wrote that one. I started playing the piano. I was playing a little loop, which is the piano loop you hear, and Tyler was like, "Oh, I like that." And within 10-15 minutes, he had kind of written the two verses and the "We Move Forward" part, and then we tweaked that. We wrote another verse a few weeks later before I had to go back to Denmark. I was here in LA for like a 3-month visa before I actually got my full on kind of work visa. So that was the start, and then we wrote the chorus to Gloria the same day. And that's kind of how
that was the first song I heard by you guys, actually, Gloria.
Oh, okay.
And, and then you popped up on my SoundCloud again, and I was like, I better just check out the rest of their stuff before the show. And then I was like, oh my God, I got to get these guys on. They're so good.
Well, hey, I was so glad to get your message. You sent me a message on SoundCloud, and I was like, this sounds super fun. I checked out the show. I was like, this is right up my alley. And you know, it's cool. This is officially my first radio interview, so
awesome.
If I sound very rusty or
no, you sound great. You sound great. If anything, I'm a little rusty.
Maybe I'll sound drunk after all these amaretto sours.
Yeah, we'll have to get that bartender back over again and get us something else in a little bit. But now you said anybody we've ever heard of as far as the pop music that you've written for others, or do you care to not?
Yeah, I mean, no. I can. You know, I've worked with a bunch of. I did a track on Diddy's last album called "Strobe Lights" featuring Lil Wayne.
Oh wow.
I did the last single with a boy band in England called The Wanted, who are now split up. It's called "Glow in the Dark," which is very electro.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I cannot think of what track I've heard by them, but I've definitely heard of them.
I think the biggest song they had was "Glad You Came." That was the big one in the States.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know.
Yep.
Yeah. That
yes.
One. And we did. I'm a part of a team called DK. We're 5 guys. So we've done a lot of pop overseas in England and kind of countries like that. So I've done some stuff over there, but also we did very randomly. We did New Kids on the Block's latest album. I did one song on that album. Called Wasted on You. So that was kind of a funny way that came about, but I just did that one song, but our team, the rest of my team, did most of that album. So, you know, we've been around for a while, but I've been working in the pop kind of world, electro. I've done a lot of stuff for Medina. She's a Danish electro artist also.
I've heard of her. I can't think of exactly what I've heard, but I've definitely heard of her.
I think the one that people know is the one called "You and I." It was "You and I, now there was no more you and I." It just goes like that. Very, very electro, very house. It's very, very cool stuff. But
you know,
that's kind of where I come from.
You know what? If I'm gonna listen to like electro, house, progressive trance, whatever genre you want to categorize or subcategorize, your music is it's the melody in it that I can certain 4 on the floor beats I can't handle, but your music just drives, man. It's awesome. I love listening to it.
That's a huge compliment. Thank you so much. That's definitely what drives me and kind of inspires me is all about the musical elements. I mean, I grew up listening to Phil Collins, and Toto is my favorite band, I would say, and Police, Sting, Michael McDonald. I mean, that's kind of and James Taylor, Pat Metheny.
Yeah.
I grew up with all that in my house. So, you know, I mixed with a lot of the electronic influences that I kind of then got into when I was in my teens and later on. So, and then to, you know, let's not forget Tyler. Tyler is an amazing songwriter and artist who I met, and we just clicked. And his lyrics and his melodies just bring another dimension to my tracks. That is a very, we think it's a quite quite a special combination, and we just have so much fun working together. There isn't a precedent, or there isn't kind of a thing that we need to fit into, because we're so used to working with pop artists and having to fit into the 3-minute pop song mold, which can be fun, but also, you know, the Midnight is basically our escapist project. So it's very much something we love to do, and we're working on new songs for hopefully the next EP or next full-length album or whatever. But it does, you know, I'm a horrible perfectionist, so I tend to spend way too much time on my tracks. So I don't just I'm not one of those people that just put tons of, you know, half-finished tracks on my SoundCloud and just go, here, be done with it. I want it to be an experience. I want it to be the vision that I have in my weird little twisted brain of mine. So I want people to, it's all about making people feel something and making people feel what you feel when you are creating the music. So it's that's kind of what drives me.
Well, that's why I like your music so much, is because you get that feeling, you know, and your songs are longer, you know, your songs, but they don't feel like it. You just kind of feel like you're immersed into the experience, if that makes sense. So
that's an amazing compliment. So thank you.
So Days of Thunder, the title, is it, I mean, a tribute to the, I think it was Clint Eastwood that did the original Days of Thunder film back in the 90s starring Tom Cruise? I think it might have been.
I don't know if, it's I know it was directed by Tony Scott, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Clint Eastwood produced or whatever.
Okay.
But definitely, I think it's a Tony Scott, because they had done Top Gun in '86. Mm-hmm. And it's, you know, I don't know if it's known to be the greatest movie of all time, but it certainly has vibe, and, you know. And I think honestly, it started with the song Days of Thunder. I had written the chorus. I had the melody and the basically the line, the Days of Thunder line. And I said to Tyler, listen, could you write something around this? Could you do the verse and a pre-chorus? And can we work? Can this be part of the Midnight? And he's like, cool, I'll write something. And so we kind of we worked around that. And we actually thought that Gloria would be the one that, when we put out the EP, that people would gravitate to, because it's much more poppy. It's, you know, we'd heard from our management and our publishers were all like, oh, Gloria is catchy and all that stuff. So we were like, oh, okay. Yeah. We'll see what people say. But Days of Thunder, I did, when we put out the EP last year, which was around July last year, I did just a couple of videos. I did 3 videos, really just kind of on first foray into iMovie, because I'm a horrible amateur at everything I do. Yep. So I just downloaded a bunch of
iMovie,
clips
by the way.
from YouTube.
So good.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's very easy.
And I don't know why I said Clint Eastwood. I was thinking Robert Duvall. Horrible mistake. Horrible mistake. That's a horrible mistake right there.
People have been killed for less.
Yes, and I probably should be. There could be a mob outside. If you hear about a mob in Minneapolis, I don't know why I thought. I'm not sure. I'm probably thinking of a different. I'm definitely thinking of a different movie. Of course, I am.
It sounds like it.
But yes.
But yeah.
Awesome.
But
man.
I think Days of Thunder was the one that people. It got the video got posted on Reddit, which is the site where people can post random stuff, and it got a lot of hits from going from around 300 views to then within a day it was like 3,000, and now, I mean, it's not like it's hitting millions, but it's got about like 50 or 60,000 views, and we're not signed to a major label or anything. So this is all based on word of mouth, and
it's like organic interest.
Online.
It's almost better.
But I would say so, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been amazing to feel the support from everyone, and you know, kind of see the reaction that it has. You know, the music we spent so much time on, how it's kind of affecting other people or strangers, you know, like yourself and people in Canada and in Germany, and it's we get outpouring. I get sometimes emails from, I mean, I hate calling it fans, but people that, you know, that the music connected with, and it's there was a guy that said kind of drove me to tears, but in a good way, and I was like, wow, that's amazing that that our music can do that to other people.
No, your track. I can't think of the name of it here. I'm gonna just quickly just go to my playlist here. The track that I want to talk to you about in a couple minutes. The years. That's how that was for me, man. Just that one just hit me hard. Such a good song.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
But yeah. In fact, I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background. They're playing Gloria on the dance floor here.
Oh, I can see them getting down. I can see the. Yeah. Oh, it's happening. It's all. I see the robot bartender getting down too. He's getting jiggy.
Yeah. His manager. I mean, he should get back to work because they will disassemble.
Yeah. I've heard he's a bit of a slacker, to be honest.
Exactly. Well, so let me ask you then, have you done any live shows or anything like that, like out in LA? Because I think that would kind of be a ripe scene for your particular act. I mean, I'd definitely go see you guys.
Yeah, I would. I think you're absolutely right, and people have been asking me, and honestly, it's something I really would love to do, and but right now, Tyler last year had to move to New York. We were both based in LA, and he moved to New York, so he lives there now. So to get us both on the stage and performing, it would be something that would be kind of hard to make happen very often. So my plan is I would love to be able to perform out live with it. When I say live, it would be kind of a mix of like a DJ set with me performing. I started out as a drummer, so I'm maybe playing some drum pads, maybe do some keys or something live. So it's kind of a performance, but it is definitely the tracks you'd be hearing like on, it's not going to be some weird acoustic version.
Right.
It's something I would love to do.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of down the line. Right now, as I said, we both work in the pop music industry, so finding time for everything is tough. But I would love to devote 100% of my time to it, and it is certainly something that I want to do in the future. But finding an agent and getting gigs and finding a place where they will actually have you perform and stuff, that's unfortunately something I can't just do in a day as much as I would want to do.
This is, for me, doing this show and everything has been a big, huge learning experience and appreciation for, and more of like just settling into music that I really, really like and can appreciate, and digging into stuff and learning about how many people actually work on records, especially big name records, not let alone, like you mentioned, New Kids on the Block and Diddy, and it's like, most people don't understand the number of musicians that go into these albums and whatnot. Really, they see the marketing side of it, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And it's like some people just don't get. They just love making music, and luckily, some people can get paid for it. But there's just no type of like fame or anything that goes along with it.
No, true. And to be honest, also, that's another part that I would love to be able to perform live with the Midnight, whether it be with Tyler by my side and it's a live show, or if it's a DJ set or whatever it is. I would love to kind of get more into that side of it, because it's also the monetary side is not, I'm not saying, oh my God, I'm going to make millions, but I would love for that to sustain me so that I could just do Midnight full time. I love doing pop music, and I love writing for other pop artists and stuff like that. So it's definitely a fun outlet, but it also is great to, when you're done with the day, to just stick on some Lynn drums and just go down memory lane and kind of get your nostalgia on, So I think both is fun, but I would love to do the Midnight full time, for sure.
All right, well, I'm gonna play this track, "The Years" here, and briefly here, while we're listening to the intro, can you tell me just a little bit about it in your own words?
Yeah, for sure. So definitely this song is, all the lyrics and the melodies are all written by Tyler. And he does most of the melodies, obviously, and all of the lyrics. He's amazing, and it's all about...
oh, by the way, sorry, this is the instrumental version.
Oh, okay. Well, the whole vibe is still very nostalgic and thinking about lost love and kind of a moment in time. It's all about the cracks in the time. It's not to let anything go. We seem to only try to remember the big events in our lives, but it's all those tiny moments that we kind of forget. That's really what makes us feel something when we kind of think back on that, if that makes any sense. That's what this song is all about, for me anyway.
Unbelievably put. And if you want to hear the version with lyrics, go to soundcloud.com/themidnightofficial, and we will be back shortly, and we'll keep on talking with the Midnight. Thanks for tuning in to KFAI. This is Across the Board. Synthwave's taking over. And we are back online. Back with
Hello.
Tim from the Midnight. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Welcome to the pool party.
Ah, man, I'm getting down. It feels good. I've got some sun on my nose.
Yeah, you might
man,
you might want to put some sunscreen on because it looks like you're getting a little red there. A little
You're
red.
probably right. Us Scandinavian people, we need to watch out.
Hold on. That bartender's coming back again.
This guy.
You probably need another drink. Let's see here. Let's just see here. And okay, I guess they park and it takes a second. Okay.
Hello, I don't want to disturb you, but may I make you a drink? I am capable of making over 10,000 different selections, including over 200 martinis. Shaken or stirred, your preference.
Wow. Do you have a preference on that at all? I mean, do you have an order that you'd like to put in?
I'm gonna go with a mojito.
Ooh, a mojito.
You know,
Nice.
It's classic.
That sounds
That's what I feel
delicious. That sounds delicious. Let's see here. I think that let's see here. I'm gonna put my order in right now. Here you go.
Dry martini.
Oui, monsieur.
Wait. 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 of vodka, half a measure of quinoa lily. Shake it over rice, and then add a thin slice of lemon peel.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'll have one of those.
So will I. Certainly. My friend, bring me one as well. Keep the fruit.
Hey, guys. Jeez, I'm trying to order a drink here. Do you hear those guys?
Oh, man, what a nerve. That guy, I don't know, he sounds a bit like a douche.
I mean, come on. I'm trying to order a drink. Everybody else wants to order the same thing. You know what I
Who
mean?
does he think he is? James Bond? I mean, come on.
Exactly. Well, I think that.
Very well, coming right up.
Okay. Well, I think he's gonna make our drink here. But while he's making our drink, I've got a few kind of fun questions for you.
Okay.
Now, if you can pass, and we can always come back to them. But first of all, let's start. Tell me, and I've discovered some really good music. Have you ever heard of Tesla Boy before?
Oh, God, I love Tesla Boy.
So I was interviewing Paco Cox on the same show, and
Okay.
he put me on to Chucky Booker. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Chucky Booker, but he is doing some killer like New Jack Swing. No,
Oh, I'm Googling him right now.
look up Turned Away. It's just a killer track. A killer.
Oh, I got it, yeah.
How does your drink look? Does your drink look okay?
This is great.
Okay,
You know,
because
drink.
I don't know if you noticed, but he actually crushed that mint with his teeth. They have some
Man, that's the way to do it.
adamantium teeth. They have adamantium teeth. These robots.
Wow.
Yes.
That's only the best of the best of the best.
Oh, exactly. That's Zonic Industries for you. That's German engineering. In fact, the CEO, Professor Zonic Zinth, is gonna stop by towards the end of this show and talk to us about his robot creations. But
Man,
yeah, that's
we're in for a treat.
yes. But here, okay. So quick fire. So yeah, Chucky Booker. Keep that. I looked up the single for that song, Turned Away. I ordered it online, and it came. I had someone here at KFAI ripped it from vinyl to CD because it has a couple versions of that song that can't be found anywhere on the internet, and that I now have. That I'm so
wow.
happy. Yes, yeah. There's a dub version which is very nice, and a couple other ones. But yeah, it's cool New Jack Swing style song. But so let me ask you. Tell me your favorite forgotten 80s band that no one has really heard of or, like I said, forgotten.
I mean, I could mention so many 80s songs right now. Forgotten, I have one which is just very obscure that I found. I was watching a very
That's what I love.
low budget, very low budget 80s movie called Night of the Comet.
Night of the Comet.
And yeah, and actually it's horror. I mean, it's really bad. It's very bad. But I kind of like cheesy 80s movies, so that was fine with me. But
I'm
in the
1000%
middle of it,
with
it
you.
actually has a great soundtrack, and there are a few songs I was like, ooh, this is really dope. And there's a guy called Skip Adams with a song called Trouble. Check it out. It's just go Google Skip Adams Trouble, and it'll come up on YouTube. And it's good 80s cheese, man. I tell you.
I'm actually looking it up right now, and I'm gonna play it after. Yep, yes, indeed, I found it.
Nice.
So,
Sounds perfect.
yeah. So, okay. So,
I mean, I
like that. I like that a lot.
Obscure.
Very cool. I certainly have never heard of Skip Adams before, so I'll take
Me
that.
neither.
I'll take that as an answer. As a good answer. Okay. Secondly, beach volleyball, frisbee, or late night skinny dipping with the hottest babe you've ever laid eyes on in possibly shark infested waters.
Ooh, beach volleyball or what was it? Beach volleyball
or beach frisbee?
Or late night
Yes.
skinny dipping. But then you add sharks, and I'm like,
Yeah, possibly. Like there's been sightings. Like
I think I would go.
I mean
used to
the
play volleyball when I
hottest,
was a
like
kid.
the hottest.
Well, that would be my girlfriend. So,
Oh,
you know.
good
So
answer.
but I don't think I would want us both to get killed, because I could just go out of the water and buy her a drink, and we could go, you know, do the naughty in our room anyway and not get killed. It's much easier.
Okay, let me jump to the next question. Then we might have to come back to this. Who's your favorite '80s babe?
Favorite 80s babe? Oh
Mhm.
my God, that's oh man, now you. Oh, I don't even know if I've got one right off the cuff. The first one that comes to mind is what was the girl from Full House? She wasn't the mother, but she was.
Oh yeah.
The girl from Full House. The
Yep.
grown up.
I know who you're talking
living
about.
with-
I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to think of the
I don't
name.
know her name.
Let's
Yeah.
see here. I'm
She
looking
was,
up.
I mean, I remember being like, oh my God.
It was Jesse's. Was it Jesse's? It was Jesse's.
Yes.
Right. It was.
Yes, I think it was.
I'm trying to look up the name
Jesse's
here.
girlfriend.
Lori Laughlin. I think that's who it was.
Sounds right. Yeah, that's
Kind of a
that's
brunette.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Yep.
also, I had a mega crush on Winnie Cooper from The Wonder Years.
Oh,
so,
of course.
You know,
Of
I mean,
course.
That was just like a no-brainer.
I think everybody was kind of watched Wonder
Yeah.
Years for. I mean, Winnie Cooper.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my first crushes.
Okay, late night skinny dipping with Winnie Cooper. I mean, would you risk it? Would you risk the teeth?
I don't think I would risk anything. You know, the risk of getting my private
Sleeping
ripped
on the
off by a
couch tonight?
shark. I don't know if anything is worth that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good point. Okay, all right. So on that last drink order, who's your favorite James Bond? Who would you take for the best Bond?
you know what? I mean, you have to say Sean Connery.
You have to.
But the favorite, definitely, obviously, Daniel Craig is my Bond now. But I love the oldest James Bond movies with Sean Connery. I'm a huge James Bond fan. I've listened to I've read all the books. Huge into it, so I love him. I've watched all the movies.
Wow.
Definitely the old
You've
Sean
read the
Connery ones,
books
but
too?
yeah, all that.
Wow.
All the books, I love them.
Awesome.
They're actually pretty. They're pretty dark. Pretty. Pretty. They're not jokey or anything like that. They're
Right.
very. They're very romantic, but they're very kind of hard edged, which is a great combination.
Right.
But yeah, Sean Connery and Daniel Craig for sure.
And there's a lot more books than there are movies. Is there not? Or
Well, not anymore.
has every book been made to movie?
Yeah, every book has been used. There are a few like short stories that I think they haven't.
Right.
There's one called Risico that they used the storyline but didn't use the title, and it's kind of a mess. But yeah, they're running out of it. All the new titles now because they've ran out of the original titles from the book.
And you can see it.
but there's,
You can see it. I mean, Casino Royale was good though. I loved Casino Royale personally.
Yeah,
And
and
then
that
that-
was very very close to the book. They,
Yeah.
he gets his balls hammered in the book too. So it's
Oh, really?
pretty hardcore. Yeah.
I've got an
pulling
itch.
punches.
I've got an itch.
I've got an itch. Right.
Oh God,
Sure.
yes, he gets his balls hammered in the book too.
I couldn't deal with that. That was too much.
Oh my God. All right, are you looking forward to to Spectre at all?
Oh man, massively.
I'm with you.
Massively.
I'm with you.
I don't even want to watch the trailer. I just want to come in. I've seen the teaser, and that's all I'm gonna see. And then I'm just gonna go in and watch the movie. I try to stay away from trailers if I can. If it's a movie I'm interested in, 'cause you end up getting the whole thing spoiled.
I know,
you know?
especially some of these comedies nowadays. You've already seen all the things, all the lines, and then you go to the movie and people are still laughing, and you're like, "Have you seen? Tell me you haven't seen this trailer about 50 times already. Like, didn't you anticipate that? You know what I mean?"
Yeah, true.
But one thing they are doing good in the new movies is that they've cast Javier Bardem as a villain. You know, which he was okay. He's pretty good. But
yeah.
why
that
can't
was the previous one, right?
Yeah, why can't I think of the new one? What's his name again?
Is it Christopher Waltz?
Yes, Christopher Waltz. I mean, come on. It's
Yeah.
going to be amazing.
And I think he might be Blofeld, but we will have to wait and see. I'm not sure.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
All right, who's your favorite Bond villain?
I think I would have to go to Goldfinger.
Goldfinger, yes.
Just he's and his henchman.
Or how about villain henchman? How about villain henchman? I can think of
like
3.
I said, the first one that comes to mind is definitely Odd Job with the hat, and that's from Goldfinger. That's
yes.
a classic henchman.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm not sure. Which ones are yours?
I would say I can't think. Who's the one with Octopussy? Doesn't he throw a chainsaw or something like that?
Oh, right. What's his name? Is it? I don't think it's Camel Khan, is it? No, I'm not sure.
All right.
I think it might be.
And of course,
No,
Jaws. Of course, Jaws.
Oh yeah, Jaws is great.
But
he's definitely on a little bit more of a campy side.
Yeah.
With the Roger Moores.
I do like Roger Moore though. I actually have to put him above him and Daniel Craig. Roger Moore, oh God, it's so close for me. It's so close.
Yeah, it's funny because people like to say, oh, Roger Moore was just all jokes and so and so.
Yeah.
But really, I think you had perfect bonds for their time, for their times. Because if had Sean Connery came out, if he'd come out in the 70s and the early 80s, and he was slapping around women like that, like he did in his movies,
exactly,
that would not have worked,
Yep.
But if you take Sean Connery, Roger Moore, now that would also just be way too campy. So I think it depends on what time frame, what era you're in, what decade. It's kind of like if you take James Bond out of his decade, it becomes Austin Powers, really, when you think about it. You're right. So I think Roger Moore was perfect for that time, but I think Sean Connery was right for his time.
Yeah, you could get away with it in the 80s with Roger Moore,
Yes, exactly.
A little more of the love
long.
Doctor,
Yeah.
But it's fun. One of my favorite scenes is in Goldfinger when in the beginning when he's wearing his blue terry cloth suit,
Oh yeah.
And he says men. He says something like "Go away, men talk."
Yes, and slaps her on the ass.
And slaps her on the ass. Yes.
In a blue. Not fly now.
In a blue, like I mean, the shorts are cut so high. Terry cloth one piece.
I know.
I mean, and he says "man talk." I mean, only Sean Connery. Is capable of that.
He had that swagger.
Yes, he did. Okay, well, let me ask you one last question here about the Midnight. What are your plans? I mean, you've got that preview up on SoundCloud of is it the Sunset, or I can't think of the. I think it's called the Sunset.
Yeah, it's just called Sunset.
Sunset, yes.
Really, honestly, it was kind of I had this little vibe in the studio, and I was like, you know what, I should put something up online. So I just did a quick bounce and faded some of the instruments in. It's honestly, it's very rough. People are like, oh my God, can we hear the full version? And there is no full version,
right,
because that's all I've done on the track as it is. It's just kind of to keep a bit of momentum going, and
Right.
people that were asking for new songs. And if you want to stay current and sort of stay up to date with any of any of our new releases, I'm always posting stuff on Instagram, which is just Instagram. It's at the Midnight LA, and we're also on Twitter at the Midnight LA, and we're on SoundCloud. That's just the Midnight Official, and the same on the Facebook, and YouTube is also facebook.com/the Midnight Official, and the same is on YouTube. So you can I post daily. I'll actually post just kind of random 80s pictures and little snippets, videos with some of my tracks playing, or little videos from what I'm doing in the studio. So that's kind of that's where, if you want to stay up to date, just follow us on Instagram, and you'll definitely know any snippets or anything that comes out. I'll be posting that there. But right now, that's kind of, it's just I uploaded all the instrumentals of our EP a few weeks ago on our SoundCloud, so that's kind of what is on there at the moment. I tend to I'm not one of those producers that puts up a ton of tracks every week, because I kind of don't like having tons of half done tracks and rough mixes, and then people also tend to go, oh, it sounds a bit unfinished. I'm like, well, yeah. So so I think what I want to do, I'm keep it short, but my plan is to, well, I say my plan, but that's just because I'm kind of the one doing all the work in the studio, but me and Tyler's plan is to have a few releases, that just single releases over kind of late summer, and then I would love to have a new EP at least by the end of this year, but I would love to have it by kind of fall time. And we've got some collaborations. We've got a song with a collaboration with an amazing singer and songwriter called Nikki Flores, who's ridiculously dope, and that's a feature. So it's a duet between her and Tyler. And we've got a few songs that actually I'm vocaling on, because I also do vocals.
Very cool.
So I've got a few songs where I'm actually going to be singing on those.
Would you ever?
Hopefully I won't get bashed too hard for that.
Would you ever collaborate, or have you ever thought about collaborating with anybody from like the retro synth scene at all?
Oh, I would love to. I haven't spoken to anyone from the retro synth scene. The only one we've just done a collaboration with a fantastic Finnish producer called Leno. So we've just done a track with him that we're going to be working on. He was in LA. We had a session together, did a track, and Tyler wrote on it, and it came out really, really great. So that's going to be coming out that's in the pipeline for sure. I haven't really reached out to anyone on the synth scene, kind of the synthwave, dreamwave scene.
Right.
I would love to do a collaboration with the right act, but sometimes I also feel that if you have two producers that kind of essentially do the same thing, if it's just vanilla ice cream with vanilla ice cream, then
right.
There's no really point. I like kind of mixing it up and doing something with someone that brings something else to the table, or something where I can bring something else to the table. That makes it interesting for me.
Yeah, very, very well put, man. Very, very well put. I mean, you never know. Someone could put like a funky twist on it or something like that. You know what?
For sure. Well, that's exactly what's happened with Leno. Actually, he's an amazing, very like retro funk house DJ.
Oh, I've actually I've heard of this bartender just arrived again.
Here we go.
I've actually heard of Leno. I know I have a song by Leno in my life.
If you want to check him out, people should check him out. It's just go search on Leno, and the song's called Rebirth. That's my favorite song he's done, but he's amazing. Rebirth is the sickest track in the world. It's ridiculous.
It's called Leave Us, you
it's
said?
very 80s. Rebirth, yeah.
Oh, Rebirth. Oh, yeah, no, I played it on air. I played it on air 2013, a Halloween.
Oh, wow.
2013 Halloween.
Nice.
I did a show. I was doing Across the Board, and I did a show here, and I played Rebirth. October 2013. Cool. Yep, actually November 1st. I remember that exact song. Yep. Yeah, it's a great track. It's a very uplifting. Very uplifting. It builds, and it's awesome.
It's just very epic, and it's huge. And a new release he's just put out. It's called The Best.
The what?
which is super dope as well. The Best, and
The Best.
a really great remix he did by a guy called Scavenger Hunt. The song's called Lost, and this is the Leno remix. That's a beautiful remix too.
Scavenger Hunt Lost Leno remix. All right, I'm making a note
You'll
here.
dig it. You'll definitely dig it.
All right, let me just see what this bartender wants. I mean, not sure exactly what exactly it's gonna take our. I'm not sure. Oh, looks like he's coming back. He's getting closer to us, I think.
He's making the round.
Yes, he is.
Good guy.
Okay. Let's just.
One day humans will be enslaved to eternal labor for monic industries.
I think he just said one day humans will be enslaved for eternal labor for Zonic Industries. And wait, I want to order a drink. Okay. Well,
Wow, it's kind of rude of him, though.
the technology is kind of on the fritz right now. But man, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting and hanging out.
My pleasure, mate. My pleasure.
I'm gonna play Skip Adams' Trouble here. I've got it queued up.
You are the man.
So it's been really fun, and I know that you guys are on SoundCloud. It looks like soundcloud.com/The Midnight Official, and I'm sure you guys have Facebook, and like you said, was it Instagram? Or what?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. We keep it pretty much the same. Twitter and Instagram is just basically at The Midnight LA, the 2 letters LA. And SoundCloud, Facebook, and YouTube is just all The Midnight Official. So / The Midnight Official.
Very,
and then you'll get our stuff. So yeah, anyone that wants to follow us, just that's a good place to do it. I'm always posting stuff on there.
Very cool, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Just stand by for a quick second, and I'll talk to you off air real quick. Yeah, man. Really appreciate it. It's short notice, so I'm glad we made it work, and it was really cool just talking to you, man, meeting you.
Me too, man. Me too. A lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.